Hello and welcome to this Business Today Market Special. Every week we try and speak to one of the best and brightest minds from Dalal Street to try and get a sense of where this bull market is headed. Our guest today on the show is Ridham Desai of Morgan Stanley, a veteran of several decades on the street and one of the staunchest bulls over the last few years. In fact, for the last many years, through many ups and downs, Ridham has consistently been very bullish and has held the view that this is a multi-year bull market which we are very much underway, and we probably are in the early stages of. Ridham, thanks for joining us on the show, and it's good to speak to you again.
Thank you, Udyan. I'm very, very happy to be on the show, and thank you for having me on this.
Great. As I was saying in my introduction, that you are one of the really staunchest bulls for the last many years. And I know that your view is that this is a multi-year bull run. It's shaping up like that. But I want to start by asking you how you feel tactically about the market now after such a strong performance. Say between now and the end of the year or between now and Diwali, how do you feel tactically?
You know, then calling markets for short term is really fraught with grave dangers of going wrong. But, you know, I'll still take that risk. I go wrong very often, so maybe one more time. But yeah, we've had a very strong rally. And particularly in the broad market, things do seem a bit overheated. So I won't be surprised if we get some sort of consolidation or correction into the next few weeks. Sentiment looks a little bit overstretched. So yeah, it's good to have that, and it'll be healthy for this market if we get a correction. We're calling for one in the US. Our global team has actually downgraded equities to equal weight after being bullish for several months now since March of 2020. So yeah, I think the stars are aligned for some consolidation and correction. I do think this will be more intense at the stock level than at the index level. So you may not get the type of correction you want, say, in the Nifty. It could come, of course, but you know, the individual stocks could do a lot, and you should not be surprised if some stocks that have run up a lot go down 10–20% in the forthcoming correction, which is a pretty decent correction. So yeah, I think it may be underway at the individual stock level already. And maybe it extends itself just to make this market a bit more healthy. But again, as I said, calling tactical market moves is not my forte. Yet, I'm going ahead and saying this.
No, it's sporting of you to predict it. But if I were to push you a little further and ask you what you think the likely correction trigger could be, I mean, do you think should essentially be something global? I mean, something on the a message from the Fed or something which is brewing on the horizon, like the Evergrande episode in China? Is there something which you can see which is brewing, which might trigger this 10–15% kind of tactical move down?
Yeah, so then I think it's largely global factors. There aren't any domestic factors that are bearish. In fact, the domestic factors are exactly the opposite. So I do see India outperforming in any type of global correction, which it is. It is actually, India is doing quite well. The S&P is already down from its highs, and it's at a monthly low. China has corrected a fair bit. India has actually done quite well. So that, I think, relative performance for India is intact because India's own domestic policy momentum is far stronger than almost any other country in the world right now. So the correction, I think, likely comes from abroad. We've seen some regulatory tightening in China. We're seeing the prospects of another COVID wave in China, and China has a zero COVID policy, so it will come with some slowdown in growth that could spread to other parts of the world. More importantly, I think we're seeing some pretty big moves in commodity prices due to supply constraints. So, on one hand, you have the semiconductor shortages, which is causing outages for auto production. But on the other hand, you have these coal prices that are going up because of stringent environmental constraints in China, which then in turn is driving up electricity prices, which then is driving up aluminum prices because aluminum production is being curtailed. So it's then driving up natural gas prices in Europe. So there is, a bit of commodity price rise that's happening, which could then translate itself into a cost push. And suddenly, companies may face some margin pressure in the immediate term, and the markets will recognize that ahead of time and correct. So, and then of course, as you rightly said, the Fed is also there on the horizon, and there is a growing opinion, in the world that maybe the Fed is behind the curve. Uh, I'm not so sure about that, but maybe that also gets priced in. So these are all global factors that may play into their respective markets, China and the SPX, and then find its way into India as well, because after all, we are in a relative world, and India is not a small market. It's the seventh largest stock market in the world, so it won't behave like a mid-cap stock in the global equity space. It's going to behave like a large-cap stock. So if global indices fall, then India follows suit.